I found that like super engaging, like to find, like it made it super worth it. And it reminded me why I wanted to do YouTube in the first place. I could have just easily binged watched it in like 3 days, but I didn't. It took me like almost 3 months, I think. What's up, you guys? This is Josh. So based on whatever title I end up putting on here, yeah, there's a couple things that I learned while doing reaction videos for anime. But before I get to that, I guess I want to say that the main reason that I'm making this video is kind of to apologize to the people that subscribed to my channel while I was doing the anime reactions. And it's not a lot. There's only maybe like 5 or 6 of you guys. But the fact that you guys took the time to react to it made this whole thing worth it. I recently finished recording myself reacting to an anime called Steins Gate. It's from 2010 and it's pretty good without too many spoilers. Bro, whatever gets you the job done, man. If you got to be a little crazy, oh my god. You're gonna die now, Okabe. Dude, stick to the plan, man. You don't have any more resets after this. We're sometimes leaning onto crazy. What? Okay. This is kind of confusing. Like, we can all almost identify with the fact that our desires are what like causes the most suffering. Fudge, dude. So Ocarina is like right there, realizing that like, all right, at least that's what I think. Like if it's the way that I think it is, that's horrible. I think she just won first place for like worst experience. Like, oh, she bit his. Okay, so this is kind of showing Moeka's perspective. This is like a crazy side to Okabe, right? Like, even though that this is taking like a dark turn, I am, I don't know, pleasantly surprised to see that Okabe. It's about a guy who's kind of plays like a mad scientist. He's kind of schizophrenic in the beginning. And along the way, he realizes what he really wants and realizes what he's willing to sacrifice for. The background music for the show, I just want to say, is great. Like, they get the tone of the scenes really, they do it really well. Anyway, ever since I can remember as a kid, I've always loved watching anime. My parents wouldn't really let me go out because they thought that there were so many dangers out there. I could probably get in trouble. They wouldn't even let us like step on people's grass or something. I don't know. But anime was kind of like books at the time, where it kind of helped transport me to wherever really, and to have like experiences without really leaving the house. Probably still like that to this day. It's probably like that for a lot of people. And so when I came across reaction channels, watching people react to them, I thought, yeah, maybe I could probably do that. Like, because this isn't really the first time that I've tried YouTube. I had another channel that did like traveling stuff. I went to Japan, and I thought that could be the start of like a YouTube channel. And I quickly realized that I did not want to do a traveling YouTube channel. Just because of all the work that goes into it. And maybe that's why I gravitated a little bit more towards the whole reaction channel thing. Just because I felt like it was a little bit more efficient way of getting content put together and stuff. And honestly, like, YouTube in general is just a lot of work. Like, as far as like editing and getting content and then posting and then the algorithm. It's honestly a lot. But I think you should still do it anyway. I'm going to go to the first main reason, and that is anime became less fun. What would commonly happen is that I would scroll through anime, and if I found one that was really good, I actually wouldn't allow myself to watch it because I felt like I should hold off on it until I could record myself reacting to it. And that really wasn't fun. Like, naturally you find something good, you want to just like engage with it, right? Especially if it's like on your free time. And I think I realized this too, is that like if you're gonna go through that route where you're gonna have content brain and just like save good things to record yourself for content, like it becomes a job. And I already have a job. I have a full-time job, and it's a six-figure job, but it's also low-key kind of stressful. So the fact that I would come home from a 12-hour shift only to like deprive myself of like good anime because I wanted to hold off for recording it. On like, and even with Steins Gate, like I could have just easily binged watched it in like 3 days, but I didn't. It took me like almost 3 months, I think, to get it done. And it just wasn't fun, dude. Like it took away the fun from anime. And I think that's a danger that I wanted to warn anybody that's looking to do anime reactions or reactions in general to things that they are passionate about. It kind of takes away the passion from it. At least it did for me. And I know that for other people, they've commented on the same thing. Another thing that would happen that made it less fun is that I was only looking for good anime. Like prior to starting the reaction channel, I would be okay with just like looking for, like, I guess I don't want to use the term, but like mediocre anime that you could just like watch, have fun with a little bit, but like it didn't really make me think, it didn't really make me react or anything. And so I would like watching maybe the first half of an episode of an anime, I was like, this is cool, and like I would probably watch it, but I felt like I was wasting my time not looking for that really good anime that I could react to. So yeah, number one, anime just became less fun. So just be aware of that if you're thinking about doing anime reactions. I don't know how the other channels do it. I don't know. Maybe they're just like built that way to make it so engaging when they react. I kind of just realized that I guess it takes a lot for me to just like react to stuff. And I found that I was like forcing myself to react, which I realize now that I think I just want to go into a direction where I can just be more authentic, at least when it comes to this channel. Because like honestly, I really don't want to treat this like a job because I already have one. Number two is that, and this is kind of what made me stop, or like made me really hesitant on continuing reacting to anime, is that like the copyright stuff specifically. If you want to react to anime, you're most likely just going to have to listen to Japanese dub, which I love, by the way. But you're going to have to stay away from English dub. For some reason, when you try to upload it on YouTube, it'll block all the content. Like it'll tell you to like trim some, and then as soon as you trim parts of the English dub, it's going to tell you to trim all of the English dub. I don't know if I'm going to be able to include a video of what that looks like, but you'll see. Like if you've ever done YouTube, like copyright's a really big thing, especially when it comes to reaction videos. And I didn't really have this problem because luckily when I did Steins Gate, I did the Japanese dub. And yeah, I would get like some of it partially blocked, or some of it would have like copyright claims or whatever, but it would only be blocked in Japan. I had, on my recent vacation, I had done a whole bunch of English dub because I decided to do Steins Gate 0, which I still am planning to watch. But I had recorded like 3 episodes of that, and then maybe another 3 episodes of another anime before, and I had edited those recordings of me watching the anime, reacting to it. And when I uploaded the first episode, and that's probably my bad, but because I waited so long to upload it. But when I tried to upload it, that's what happened, is that like YouTube kept on telling me that I had to trim parts of the video. And what ended up happening is I had to like trim out everything. So I think that's just like an English dub thing. That's what I noticed. And then when I started researching it a little bit more on like Reddit and stuff, I didn't really get that explanation, but I just noticed that there were only 2 or 3 channels that did English dub and everybody else did Japanese dub. And I think that's the reason why. It's for copyright issues. Because like if you do the Japanese dub anime, you will only get blocked in Japan and you'll still be able to like post it. And then number 3, honestly, would probably just be just like, again, like the copyright stuff in general. You got to do a bunch of like editing and you got to do filters and you got to do all this other stuff. And it just like takes away from the fun of it. And it honestly started, it turned, you know, anime, which is something that I love, into a job. And I mean, I probably will find another way to like review anime. And honestly, I realized with this experiment that I probably will do like commentary more instead of just like watching the whole anime and then reacting to it. Because I realized that like as far as reactions go, I'm kind of bland, I guess. So, I mean, yeah, I really don't want to like force myself to be like super charismatic in terms of like reactions. So I'll probably just do like commentary and like summarize stuff about anime without like doing spoilers. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. But anyway, overall though, I would say that even though I'm low-key sour about like the English dub recordings being like completely screwed as far as like uploading goes, I don't regret the process. Like I said, like this isn't my first experiment with YouTube. And what really, really made it worth it though is the few of you guys that engaged with, I mean, I guess the content that I made. Steins Gate was, it's a little bit of like a thinking person's anime, and I like to think that I'm at least of average intelligence. But I loved how some of you like would make these comment walls where like, Kyoma, I don't know your full name right off the top of my head, but so I'm gonna like put your name out there in the video somewhere. But you and like Danny and some of the others, like you guys would give me like so much information. You guys would give me teasers about like stuff that would happen in the episodes, and I found that like super engaging, like to find people that were engaging with the same, I don't know, with like the same hobby that I was doing or with like the content that I was making. Like it made it super worth it, and it reminded me why I wanted to do YouTube in the first place. It's not really to do views, not really to do the like the subscribe grind or whatever. It was to really just like find people to like connect with over something that like I don't really know a lot of people in my personal life that want to talk about anime. And like seeing you guys in the comments that were like more hyped about this particular anime than like I was, it was super fun. Like, and so that's why I wanted to make this video, because I don't think I'm going to be continuing anime reactions the way that I did for like this series. But I just want to like shout you guys out. Like you guys made it super worth it. You guys made it fun and made me realize that I do want to do the YouTube thing. I just need I guess I'm still just trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I mean, I might still like react to anime, but I don't know, like in a different way, I guess. And for those of you who haven't watched the series, I encourage you to watch it. Of course, I mean, I'm biased. But if you're also watching this because you're deciding whether or not you want to do a reaction video with like anime and stuff, just keep that stuff in mind. And if you end up doing it and you end up feeling the same way that I feel now, whether it's a reaction on anime or a reaction on other stuff that gets like all that copyright bullshit, at least you'll know that you're not the only one who feels that way. Like I definitely feel that way. I mean, I'll probably still do like reactions or commentary on some other stuff. I don't know. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just another obstacle that taught me more about myself. You know, if you end up stepping towards this area of YouTube, I mean, the same will probably happen to you. Like, you'll either want to do it or you won't. And then at least then you'll know. Anyway, hopefully this video has been helpful on deciding whether or not you're going to do anime reactions. So, this is Josh. I'll see you guys in the next one.